that's easily the weakest Resident Evil name call when they still had them. Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Play Resident Evil Gaiden. Time for the super black sheep for the franchise. Let's not mess around, let's get right to its extraordinarily long cutscene call. In an effort to put a stop to the global operations of the evil corporate entity, Umbrella Pharmaceuticals Incorporated, an underground organization was formed. This organization consists of former STARS members and ex-Umbrella employees. Somewhere in North America, at this underground organization's hideout, 2:30 a.m. Reporting for duty! Good to have you, Barry. I have a mission for you of the utmost urgency. A new type of bioorganic weapon developed at Umbrella Labs has escaped. This B.O.W. is believed to be among the passengers of the luxury ocean cruiser, the Starlight. The new B.O.W. is an extremely dangerous creature, even in its human form. Leon S. Kennedy of the Raccoon City Police Department was tracking the B.O.W., but we have now lost contact with him. His last report came in over 24 hours ago. Objective, locate Leon S. Kennedy and eliminate the B.O.W. Insertion via helicopter. Location, the Starlight, currently cruising in the Atlantic. Extraction via helicopter deployed on receipt of radio transmission. Operative, Barry Burton. Good luck with your mission. And we're just thrown right in with good old Barry. Barry, come in, over. Copy, I read you, over. You are now on the side deck of the second floor. Make your way west to enter the lobby and to enter the ship. Look for useful items along the way. They may be hidden in boxes or other containers. Your alert icon will show when an item is nearby. You can pick them up. You can then pick up this item. Good luck, Barry. Over and out. Alright, so they just taught you something very key. Items in Resident Evil Gaiden aren't immediately visible like they are in a standard Resident Evil. They're always hidden on bodies or just around in the environment. You can only tell when they're there when that little green exclamation mark shows up in the bottom right. Your current objective will show on your PDA. Your PDA will also show all the information you have found. Your PDA can be accessed from your inventory. Your current objective will also be shown on your map and will be highlighted in red. Your map will also show where you currently are, highlighted in green. As you complete your objectives, your current status will be saved. You may then continue your mission after a restart. At set times, you may also save your status in slot 1 through 3. You may then continue your mission from slot 1 through 3 when you restart. It's a very wordy way of saying you have 3 save files you can only save at certain points in the game. The map in this game is your best friend because it'll tell you where you need to go, because sometimes the cutscenes are increasingly vague about that. The PDA gives you also a pretty good plot reason for why you're usually heading that direction. And like the game said, you can access the PDA at any point from your inventory, which is mapped to the select button, I believe, by the start? Barry, be careful. We've detected hostiles in the lobby. If you need to, use your targeting system to attack these hostiles. Once your target is activated, you can aim at these hostiles. The sight will indicate when a hostile is in range. Deactivate the target system once a hostile is in range to start a battle. Once you're in battle, fire your weapon when the target is aligned with the hostile to be hit. Remember that your weapons are less effective at greater distances. Caution is recommended though. Avoid conflict if you can. Be careful in there. Will do. Over and out. So that was a very long-winded way of explaining the battle system in this game. Because you can't just aim and shoot like in a normal Resident Evil. What in the name of... What has happened to these people? They're not human anymore. Whenever you want to start a fight with a zombie, you need to press the B button and then move the cursor over the enemy unless you want to just go for them to be attacked by you. Because if they attack you automatically, you can just shake them off and then just fire from there. Green zombies, by the way, don't have much HP. But the actual battle system, the best way I can describe it is Undertale. When you try to run away in a battle, you must fire your weapon and hit the target in the middle. Zombies will try harder to hit you whilst you're running away. Once you start to run away, you cannot rejoin the battle. Because what you're trying to do whenever you're fighting a zombie is hit the mark beneath them. Make your way to the security room on the 4th floor. Try the elevators to the west. Maybe you can locate Leon with the security cameras. Okay, I'll make contact when I get there. Over and out. Man, what What do we got in this document? Always be on the lookout for herbs to pick up. If you're wounded, these will recover lost health. Apply an herb within your inventory to recover lost health. Search zombies as they may sometimes be carrying herbs or other useful items. Notably, zombies are only really usually carrying items if you see a red exclamation point on the bottom right of your screen. But yeah, the battles work a bit like Undertale's fight command in that you're trying to align with the center of the bar directly beneath them. If you just hit them, period, you'll still do damage, but you'll do more damage if you hit directly in the center. Because here we have a heavy-duty electrical fuse used for the cooling system in the refrigerator on the first floor. We're on the second floor right now. We're not going to need that for a hot minute. Gaiden is a little weird in that it's trying to be an RPG, it feels like. And I feel for what they were doing, this is probably the best system they could probably figure out to make a Resident Evil aiming system work. It does cause some problems, though, because if, say, you're just trying to initiate combat with one zombie, if there's another zombie on screen, they'll still be dragged in for no real reason. You can try to run away by pressing the start button and then aiming for the thing in the center of the screen. But I find whenever you try to run away in Gaiden, usually as that one document mentioned, zombies try harder to catch up with you. And at that point, they're more than likely just going to get a cheap shot, and you might as well just take them down. The health system in this game is a little interesting, though, in that, as you can see, Barry has a green bar beneath his name. That's his health meter. You have 3 health meters. Green, yellow, and then red, kind of symbolizing the fine, caution, danger stuff in the main game's health system. You can equip yourself with a different weapon within your inventory. You can also access your inventory when in battle, but be careful, the action will not stop. So if you use the inventory in battle, zombies can still attack you. Be careful of that, because sometimes it's pretty easy to forget that and just kind of take a second to hesitate. Get used to the soundtrack, by the way. There's only like 10 songs in it, basically, and they loop a lot. The herbs in this game aren't like main series herbs where there's green, red, and blue. There's green, yellow, I think red, blue, and purple? I think red's in there too. And they increase in increasing amount the higher level they are, but there's also increasingly fewer of the higher leveled ones in the game. Some of those will also heal the poison status ailment, which is relevant to bring up right now, because here we have our first female zombies. Female zombies are actively different in that, I guess their nail polish or something can poison you. The poison status ailment makes the screen all wobbly, and you just actively keep taking damage. And we just found some shotgun shells a second ago, but we don't have the shotgun yet, so we can't even pick them up. Some of these zombies can poison you with their attacks. If you're poisoned, your health will suffer for a period of time. Use the blue or purple herbs to cure yourself from the poison. Your display will indicate when you are poisoned, so you see, whenever you're poisoned, there's like a shaking skull in the bottom right, more or less. So, the kind of annoying thing about zombies in this game, outside of being bullet sponged in some cases, it feels like there's several stages in the game where they just add powered-up zombies that take more damage because you'll have more resources at that point. But zombies in this game, whenever you kill them, they might not necessarily be dead. Sometimes they'll just fake being dead and crawl after you, in which case you just don't waste the ammo on them at that point. Just run away. But there's also a lot of times where zombies will just walk in from off-screen that aren't normally there. To unlock a door, you must use the key when you're near the door. To use an item, like a key, you must go to your inventory. Thankfully, unlike mainline Resident Evil, we won't have to worry about inventory management in this game. You'll have to worry about ammo management and healing item management. There are a lot of times, like in mainline, where you're just going to want to run away from any given zombie, or like just avoid getting to combat with them, period. Save your ammo for whatever you need. But you don't have to say, put something in an item box. And here's the pump-action shotgun. Great at close range, but it does do actively less damage than the handgun at medium or long range, so only use it against really boss fights or later on zombies when there's a bunch mobbing you at once. But yeah, sometimes zombies will just spawn in from out of nowhere from the side of the screen and try to chase you, and if you off-screen them, they despawn. They tend to do that, I find, in larger rooms where there's more zombies, period. But it gets really annoying when they start to do that later on in the game because it's entirely unpredictable. Gaiden in concept is an interesting game. I feel attempting a Resident Evil on the Game Boy Color at all is an ambitious project, and we know that they canceled a straight-up port of Resident Evil 1, as well as Dino Crisis, I believe, to ultimately end up making this alongside M4 was the development company, I believe. But oh boy. And here's your first save point. You don't even use typewriters in this game. You just save at very specific points, and you can save in any 3 slots. So in the case you, say, feel like you screwed up a chapter, you can just save on a different slot, and then restart the game and load your old one to try that section a little bit better. And there are going to be times where it feels like you screw up, either because you get hit too many times, or you use too much ammo, or you just explore the wrong direction for too long. As while your destination is always marked on your map, there's never a question where you need to go in this game as long as you check it. Sometimes this game tries to be like Metroid Fusion in a way, in that the puzzle is figuring out how to get there, where you need to find certain keys, or which rooms you need to enter to get there in some cases. Though the Starlight isn't exactly a very big area. It's only, I think, 4 or 5 floors tall, and some of those floors are only like 2 rooms, it feels like. Like, this is one of the shortest Resident Evil games, bar none. You may use your targeting sensor to attack any hostiles. Once your target's activated, you can aim at any hostiles you meet. The sight will indicate when a hostile's in range. Deactivate the target system once a hostile's in range to start a battle. Once in battle, fire a weapon at the target. Oh, well, I just realized this is the exact same document. They place things kind of redundantly in this game, where it feels like they give you a couple of options on where to read certain documents or grab certain items just because you explored that way instead. I know there's at least 1 card key you can find in like 2 or 3 different places. Also, this is a zombie with a crowbar. That is an actively different enemy, not just a sprite difference. It does have a little more range. The security room will probably be locked. I may need a key for it. Thank you, Barry. Be on the lookout for armor. Equip yourself with the armor to protect yourself. The stronger the armor, the less damage you will suffer when you're hit in a battle. Remember, useful items such as the armor may be left around the ship by crew and passengers. Look out for these items and always watch for your alert icon. That is what I can say when it comes to grabbing items in this game. If you're ever curious if there's something nearby and you don't see like the red exclamation mark when an enemy can drop an item, just run around a room and mash the A button. You'll probably find something. And armor actively increases your defense, and there's 3 different variants that get increasingly stronger throughout the game. Again, this game is weird in that it has a couple of RPG systems, which is just incredibly bizarre for a Resident Evil idea. Like, I don't think we got body armor as a concept in the series again until, I want to say, Resident Evil 5, with an item that used up one of your 9 inventory slots in that game. I think. But the annoying thing about inventory management in this game, as you saw earlier, we couldn't grab the shotgun ammo we found until we had the shotgun. You cannot grab ammo for an item until you have that item, which makes getting items a little bit tedious in this game. Also, make sure you grab that rope right there. You're going to need that in a part or 2. This game's really weird with item dropping. Like, we found the security key we need for the security room a moment ago. Like, just from a random enemy. I think another enemy can drop that on the south half. But some items are always going to be there, but some items just will not spawn in until you need them in the plot, or if you're just past a certain point. In particular, the ultimate weapon in the game will not spawn in the room it's supposed to be in until you're like a step or 2 before the end game, which is incredibly weird. It's not even like there's a puzzle you need to solve like earlier Resident Evil games would have, like, alright, you can go to the room where you can find the Magnum in the original Resident Evil very early. But you can't grab the Magnum until you have those gems kind of deal. No, you just can't grab it. As for my history with this game, if I'm recalling correctly, I first played this in early high school when I was really getting into experimenting with emulators. Played this on VBA back when and got about halfway through before I just went, no thanks. Frankly, because this game, if you can't tell so far, it's not very high effort. What can I do with this hunk of junk? Barry searches through the switches on the control console to activate it. Wait a minute, this doesn't look like one of those creatures. Hey, listen up. Can you hear me? Leon, is that you? Huh? You know Leon? Who are you? I'm Special Agent Barry Burton. I'm a friend of Leon's. I'm Lucia. Leon went out to find that horrible monster that's turning everyone into zombies. Leon rescued me and told me to wait here until he gets back. Where is Leon right now? I don't know. He left here ages ago. I'm scared. I keep hearing noises. Oh no, you have to help me. I think it's that monster banging on the door. He's here. Please help me. Don't panic. Calm down. Just tell me where you are. I'm on the sun deck. Hurry, the door isn't gonna last much longer. Hold on. I'm on my way. In a weird little twist of consistency, another game that these exact developers made, I believe based off one of the Mission Impossible books, he uses this exact same cutscene system. I thought I just heard a scream. It seemed to be coming from the east. And that's the way of telling you the sun deck's to the east. Even though, again, you can just check the map and it's marked there. Navigation in this game isn't so much the issue. It's navigating around the zombies in particular a lot of the time. Because the zombies are weird with their hitbox in that it's easier with this game's perspective to get below an enemy than it is to go above them. There's that scream again. This time I know it's Lucia. She must be really close. The zombies in this game are also very picky when it comes to their movement speed. Like, they can't move too fast horizontally, but vertically, because of how tall their sprites are, they can reach you very easily. It's really picky at times, it feels like. I can hear Lucia. She's on the other side of this door. Thank you for the hint, Barry. And there she is. Barry reaches the sun deck. From the edge of the shadows, he can see something hideous and large chasing Lucia. Help me! Keep it away from me. If that's the B.O.W, this is my lucky day. Why does it have nipples? Oh. Sweet mother of... I spoke too soon. Ah, get it off me! First boss fight's against the B.O.W. It approaches you and smacks you and hits pretty hard, so don't be surprised if we have to use a couple of herbs here. Shotgun's your best bet for damage, but the handgun can also take it down pretty quickly, as you saw. The B.O.W. dissolves into an amoeba-like form. Then it disappears rapidly into the shadows. That thing just vanished! I'm glad it's finally gone. It was horrible. Are you hurt? Let me see your arm. What the... Not a scratch! I could have sworn he'd hurt you. I was lucky, wasn't I? Yeah, I guess you were. Well, let's not push that luck, okay? Stay close. That thing might still be around. No, he's gone. What makes you so sure of that? I don't know. I just feel it? Right. What is it? Is something wrong? No, nothing. Come on, let's go find Leon. And now Lucia actively has, like, joined your party. You can equip a gun to her, and she can fight as well as take damage. She does have lower health than Barry, or at least lower defense, and she can only equip certain guns. Usually smaller ones like the handgun. I don't think she can use the eventual grenade launcher or the shotgun. Maybe the shotgun. But ultimately, it's just easier to stick with Barry because he's your default by and large. Before we go anywhere else, though, we want to enter this room to go find a key. Also, not for nothing, I like the encounter themes this game has. The quote-unquote battle music can sometimes be pretty catchy. Sometimes is the keyword there. By the way, I should note, whenever you enter the aiming mode when you're using a gun, your range does depend on the gun you're using, so like the shotgun can only reach like a couple of feet in front of you, whereas the handgun can reach most of the screen's length. With that, though, we can went into that room to grab the elevator key, because we're going to need that starting next part. But with that, I'm going to need to end this off here. Thank you guys for watching, and in part 2, we're going to continue exploring the Starlight, and hopefully we'll find Leon in the process. See you guys then.